All right, hey y'all, welcome in. So y'all, we're at the Adventure Aquarium and we are checking out some hippos. There are the hippos. We got two lady hippos here, y'all, at the aquarium. I don't know if y'all heard that. Munchkin is very excited about the hippos. What is that? Hippo.
So you guys, what we're looking at right now, I don't know how good of a view Belinda's been able to get. I guess she has a good view of Munchkin, at least. These are the common hippos. So there's actually two species of hippo. There's the pygmy hippo, and then there's the larger common hippo. Sometimes we make distinctions based on where they live, but they're actually not even considered subspecies. For a while there was discussion about maybe there were 5 different subspecies of the common hippo, but that hasn't really panned out. And as we've all discussed on stream numerous times, the distinction between different species, different subspecies, or even just morphological variants, you know, like a different pigment color or something, is really a lot squishier than we might think initially. So these are Nile hippos or common hippos. They're what you'll most often see in zoos and whatnot, but the species difference is really obvious. The pygmy hippos are just these tiny little cute pocket-sized hippos, as opposed to these big guys or big gals. I don't know.
Two ladies.
They are two ladies, yeah. It is a little disparaging to call them common, is it not? Just the run-of-the-mill hippo. I think we've talked about this a lot, but the closest relative of the hippo are actually our aquatic mammals. So, whales, porpoises.
All right, y'all. Here are the two hippos that we have today. So it's Button and Genny. It says Button is very intelligent, able to learn complex behaviors during training sessions with the biologists. Makes introducing new environmental enrichment interesting, but if you're looking for Button, she's smaller and lighter in color. And then Genny, we've got, who's very curious, will hang out near the windows, observing and interacting with guests. She's the first one to investigate new environmental enrichment and eagerly participates in training sessions. If you're looking for Genny, she is larger with prominent and expressive eyes. So I've got my ambassador hoodie on, like a full-blown normie. And someone did ask, are you a Twitch ambassador? What's your channel? So we have had that already. So there's a little sign here that says both Genny and Button eat about 40 pounds of food per day, including grain, hay, fruit, vegetables, and leafy greens. Thank you, Dacum. Thank you, Pyro. Yeah, yesterday was Lita's birthday. And then a week ago yesterday was Munchkin's birthday. So here we go. These fish are in the hippo tank and they keep it clean so they don't have to filter the water as much. They eat the hippo poo. These are primarily like tilapia. Apparently Munchie got scared of the fish, and so Lita and Munch went to go check out the jellyfish. Poor Munchkin, y'all. The jellyfish. These are Pacific sea nettle jelly. So these are about 12 inches, their main body, but their tentacles can extend up to 15 feet. 15 feet of the jellies. There's Munchkin. She's very interested. These are on the Pacific coast of the United States. But y'all, isn't that wild? Like the tentacles, 15 feet. Like their main body's like, 12 inches for that upper part. But then 15 feet, y'all. I think she's a smidge sus of the jellyfish.
Y'all, I'm back. I'm hoping Munchkin is not going to grab the microphone or yell directly into it, but we'll see. I might go silent again in a minute. Jellyfish are one of my favorite things to see in the aquarium. I think they're just amazing. And they're amazing, for a lot of reasons. This is obviously their adult form. All right, guys. So I love jellyfish, like I was saying. They're incredible, but some of them, it varies species to species, but some cnidarians have incredible regenerative capacity. And one of the reasons for this is their very, very long tentacles, as Belinda was just saying. They get damaged very easily. I'm trying to see. It's kind of amazing how they can untangle themselves, but you'll see some here. Let's see. Can you guys see this? It's a little bit dark, but we have a mess of interwound tentacles, and they will break off pretty easily. which makes sense. I mean, if a predator comes along and grabs just a tentacle, you do want it to break so you don't get slurped up like a wad of spaghetti, as it were. But if you look closely at a lot of these jellies, they have missing tentacles. And in some species, they're extremely good at regrowing. Interestingly, other species, more limited regenerative capacities, but in general, I'd say they're probably better than humans across the board. These moon jellies have much shorter tentacles than the sea nettles we were just looking at. I wonder if I could probably zoom, worst case scenario. Oh, yeah, it really doesn't want me getting close to that wall. But let's see if we can zoom a little bit and give you guys a better view. You can see that little ruffle. I love moon jellies too. They're beautiful. I mean, I haven't met a jellyfish that I don't like. I even like comb jellies, which, as we know, aren't technically, or as many of us know, they're not technically jellyfish. They diverged from jellyfish a little more than 1 billion years ago. Morphologically, they look like a jelly, don't they? Ooh, sorry guys.
The man-o-war is pretty cool, but HLG, check this out. Warning, folks, this is an octopus. So if y'all have a cephalopod fear, this is the giant Pacific octopus that we've got here. Size range is 9 to 16 feet. Depths of 3,600 to 4,900 feet. And it's super active. Whoa, check that out, y'all. The megalodon right there, and some teeth size for you. These are the kinds of views that I could just sit at all day. I think it's really, really cool. Here we go, y'all. See, trying to look for a sign what kind of stingrays we've got here. Sir Grunge, don't you dare. Check that design out, y'all. And then we have this really unique colored one. Just swam off. Well, Sir Grunge, they're African penguins. The one that was hanging over here with us. Oh, here we go. Check out this one, guys. Turn on them. Super pretty. All right, y'all. This is the little blue penguin exhibit. So y'all might be wondering what those little boxes are. Those boxes are privacy boxes. They are currently nesting. And so we're able to see them doing their nesting behaviors. There is a video cam we can take a look at that shows you what's going inside the nesting box. But yeah, these are all nesting boxes for each of them. Also, an interesting fact about these, there was some research done on them in the Cincinnati Zoo. What was done was they put RFID tags on their flippers, and they measured if they were inside or outside of the water on exhibit. And the reason they did that was because they were going to change the exhibit structure. And so one way of doing that, or like one justification for changing the exhibit structure, is to see, like, do you want more water or do you want more land feature? Like, what do the penguins prefer? And it turned out that 75% of the time, these penguins preferred hanging out in the water, not on land. So for the renovations for their habitat, they increased the water feature over the land feature. Here's an inside look of what's going on. Those are little blue penguins, Jaded.
In addition to being really cute, well, you may have already talked about this, but they are keystone species of the river ecosystems that they inhabit, meaning the ecosystem is dependent on them, and it will actually start to collapse if there's not enough hippos. And I think you can get a sense for that just by the number of fish that are in here and the amount of debris that you see floating around. That is, in fact, their dung. And the males will spray above water, but a lot of the hippos will also, because they spend the daytimes in the water mostly, they will defecate in the water. And while that might not sound super pleasant to us to be swimming around in fecal contaminated water, it supplies the fish and a lot of the other animals in the river important nutrients, because the hippos go out to eat during the night. They eat grass and other, tasty little vegetarian treats. And then they come in the water and they defecate, and so those nutrients are being recycled.
Got another look at the jellyfish for y'all. All right, Munchie, shall we say goodbye to the party people? You want to say bye? Say bye. All right, guys, thanks y'all for joining us today on our aquarium adventure. I would like us to go to the dinosaur museum, but they haven't emailed us back if we can go. So fingers crossed we'll be able to do the dino museum, right, Munchie? If not, we'll just take her and record some stuff there. And thanks again for joining us. You want to say bye, Munchkin? All right, hold on, say bye. Say bye. All right, bye, y'all.